Let's see the next one, that is your oligopoly. Okay, in case of oligopoly, you find that the number of firms are small. See, we started with perfect competition where there were large number of firms. Monopolistic competition, also large number of firms were there. Monopoly, there was only one firm. In case of oligopoly, you have small number of firms. Okay, small number of firms, these are dominating the market. Okay, they are saying that the pricing decisions are interdependent. It means that, okay, one company's price decision, it will impact the other company's price decision. So these are interdependent. It is not that each of them can set their own price and will be able to sell the product. So pricing decision by one, it impacts the other. Okay, so as an example, oligopoly, small number, you can think in the cold drink market. In the cold drink market, you have the oligopoly market. Pepsi, Coca-Cola are two major players. Then you have Duke and other players are there. So what they are saying is, if Pepsi decides on decreasing the price, what will happen? Okay, Coca-Cola will also decrease the price. Okay, think about SpiceJet decreasing the price. You find that Indigo will decrease the price, Go Air will decrease the price. So there is, the pricing decisions are interdependent. Okay, now what are the features in a oligopoly market? The features in a oligopoly market, that there are a small number of firms. Okay, this also faces the downward sloping demand curve, that is, the demand curve is downward sloping. Okay, right. Now these are compared to the monopolistic competition, the demand curve is less elastic. Note that in the perfect competition, the demand curve is like this. It's a perfectly elastic demand curve. That means if you want to sell at a particular price, you can sell any quantity. If you want to increase the price, you will sell zero quantity. Right? So less elastic demand curve is there. The products are close substitute. Okay, note that the product may be differentiated by the brand. Okay, like Coca-Cola and Pepsi, they are differentiated by the brand, or the products may be homogeneous and unbranded. Okay, think about like cement type of product. Okay, mostly cement type of products are not branded, right? They are putting the brand like ACC, Ultratech, etc. cements are there, but people will say that cement is a cement till, like, if you see that, okay, it's a 53 grade Portland cement, I will take it, right? So products are close substitute, homogeneous and unbranded typically, but they may be differentiated by brand also. Note that cement producers are coming up with a branded product. Why? Because they think that they can take more price from the customer by branding it. Okay, now in case of airline market, typically people, they don't go with the brand of SpiceJet or Indigo, etc. They want to travel from point A to point B. They'll say that whichever is giving the less price, they will go with them, because these are mostly differentiation is very less, right? So then the barriers to entry in the market is significant. You cannot open a airline like that. Okay, however, you can start creating Coca-Cola type of cold drink, but the barriers to entry is high because of the distribution network of Coca-Cola. The Coca-Cola, it reaches most every nook and corner of India. You will find that you can grab up Coca-Cola or a Pepsi, right? So their distribution network is so strong, right? If one player wants to enter, it has to create this distribution network. This distribution network, it creates a significant barrier to entry, right? Then because the barrier to entry is significant, they know that players, they cannot come just like this. So as a result, they have substantial pricing power. They have substantial pricing power. They can price it much more than their cost. So think about, Coca-Cola is selling for 10 rupees. What would be the cost of producing that? Maybe around 2 rupees. It is what? It is a sugared water, right? So they have substantial pricing power, and then they are able to sell at a very high price to the customer, right? Note that as we discussed, there is an interdependence among the seller, mostly on the prices. Then there can also be on the supplier side. So usually I take this example of car manufacturer. So please note that there are car manufacturing is also a oligopoly. There are few number of sellers, barriers to entry are high. Now take example of Maruti and take example of Tata, right? They may be depending on the same set of suppliers to create the car. So suppliers like Exide, they are supplying Exide battery, tire, okay, they are depending on the same type of suppliers. Auto components, Okay, let's say as an example, precision instruments, they are depending on supplying of the meters, right? So the suppliers will be same for all. Okay, so there are some interdependency are there. If let's say a precision instrument goes bankrupt, then what will happen is it will create the problem for both the companies. But usually the interdependency is from the price point of view.